If just $10 disappeared from your account today, you probably wouldn't even notice. But what if $10 vanished from your account every single day? 1 year later, over $3,600 of your money is just gone. Now here's the question. What if nobody is stealing your money, but you're willingly spending it every single day, without even feeling like you're doing anything wrong? The truth is, in 2026, the most dangerous expenses aren't the big purchases. The real problem is the expenses that have become so normal, we don't even think about them anymore. Companies aren't just selling products anymore. They're selling convenience. They're selling identity. They're selling the feeling of being smart. And sometimes, they're selling an imaginary version of your future self. That's why two people can earn the exact same income, yet one gets thousands of dollars wealthier every year, while the other always feels like their money just disappears into thin air. In this video, we aren't going to talk about the obvious things like your daily coffee or a Netflix subscription. We're going after the things that barely anyone talks about, but are quietly draining the bank accounts of millions of people. Some of these might be things you're paying for right now, and there's a good chance at least one of them will surprise you. We usually assume the reason we can't save money is a low income, but that's not always the case. Statistics show that in recent years, the cost of living has outpaced income growth. But that's only part of the story. The other part is our own behavior. Today's economy doesn't work like it did 10 years ago. Companies have figured out exactly how to make spending almost completely frictionless. Everything is just a few clicks away. A push notification, a limited time discount, or a phrase like, "today only." And before you know it, dozens of tiny purchases turn into thousands of dollars a year.
Keep track before it adds up.
The interesting thing is, most of these purchases aren't inherently bad. The problem is that the price we pay no longer matches the value we actually get. That's why, in this video, we're looking at 8 things that, in my opinion, are no longer worth your money in 2026. But the last one is a mistake almost all of us have made at least once. A mistake that doesn't just take your money, but your time and motivation too. So right now, ask yourself, if you had to cut just one of these habits from your life, which one would it be? Because that single decision could make a thousands of dollars difference in your financial future. Item 1. Buying for a version of yourself that doesn't exist yet. Let's start with a question. How many times have you bought something and told yourself, "I'll start using this next week"? Maybe it's a book, workout gear, a planner, or even an online course. But next week never comes. The truth is, we don't always buy things for who we are today. A lot of times we spend money on an imaginary version of our future self. A version that's going to be more organized, read more books, work out every day, learn healthy cooking, or finally start that business. Companies know exactly how to sell this. They don't sell products, they sell hope. Hope that this time you'll actually change. But here's the harsh reality. If your behavior doesn't change, buying a new item won't change anything either. That's why so many people's homes are cluttered with things that were bought with pure excitement, but are now just collecting dust in a corner. It might be tough to hear, but sometimes what needs to change isn't your credit card, it's your habits. Before you buy anything, just ask yourself one question. If I had to use this today, would I still buy it? Or am I just paying for a version of myself that doesn't exist yet? That single question can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars in unnecessary expenses. Item 2. Buying books that never get read. If you're a book lover, this part might hurt a little, Because many of us think that buying a book is a step toward learning. But those two things are not the same. A shelf full of books doesn't make you smarter. Reading those books does. The problem is, buying a book gives you instant gratification. You feel like you've just invested in yourself. Meanwhile, months go by, and you haven't even opened the first page. That's why many people own dozens of books, but only ever read the first few. A rule I personally love is this: I don't buy the next book until I finish the current one. This simple rule forces you to separate collecting books from actually reading them. Because the goal isn't to have a beautiful bookshelf, the goal is to change your mind. Item 3. Unbacked wellness products. Health is important. It's probably the most valuable asset any human has. And that's exactly why it's one of the most profitable markets in the world. Every year, a new product comes out claiming it will burn fat, detox your body, transform your sleep, multiply your energy, or even slow down aging. But here's a simple question. If these products are really that miraculous, why does a new miracle have to replace the old one every single year? The truth is, many of these products are sold based on hope and marketing, not scientific evidence. This doesn't mean all supplements or wellness products are useless. But if your only reason for buying is an Instagram ad, an influencer's word, or a few positive reviews online, there's a high chance you're paying for the marketing rather than your health. Before buying, ask yourself, is this product a real necessity or just an attractive promise? Item 4. Trendy home decor. Have you ever bought something for your home just because everyone else has it right now? Social media has turned homes into showrooms more than ever before. Every few months, there's a new trendy color, a new style, a specific type of table, a mirror design, or even a certain plant. And suddenly, you feel like your home is outdated. But what actually changed? Your home, or just the social media algorithm? Many of these trends only last a few months, but the money you spend on them leaves your account forever. If you're going to buy something, make sure you want it for your own taste, not just to look like the pictures you scroll past on your phone every day. Before we move on, a quick question. Which of the items we've covered so far surprised you the most? Drop the number in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this kind of financial content, hit subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming videos. And now we get to something tech companies absolutely love, making you think that the smarter a device is, the more worth buying it must be. But that's not always true. Item 5. Buying appliances just because they are smart. These days, almost every appliance has a smart version. Smart refrigerators, smart kettles, smart toasters, smart mirrors, even smart trash cans. But let's be honest, how many people actually need a fridge that connects to the internet? Or a toaster controlled by a mobile app? In most cases, you're paying for features you might test out during the first week and then forget about forever. Technology is valuable when it solves a real problem, not when it just adds more gimmicks to a product. Before buying, ask yourself, if they remove the word smart from the box, would I still buy this product? If the answer is no, you're probably paying for the tech hype rather than actual utility. Up to this point, you might be telling yourself, well, I don't make these mistakes. But the most dangerous expenses aren't the big ones. They're the ones so small they barely show up on your monthly statement. And that's exactly why companies love this revenue model. Item 6. Paying for micro conveniences. Imagine paying just $5 more, not for a better product, but just to get it a little sooner, or to wait a few minutes less. $5 is nothing, right? The problem is that $5 isn't a one-time thing. Instant shipping, express delivery, line skipping, a slightly better seat on a 1-hour flight, gift wrapping, a fee just to avoid waiting a couple of minutes. Each one seems minor on its own. But when these choices become a habit, you aren't just paying for convenience anymore. You're training yourself to pay a premium to eliminate every single micro inconvenience. Convenience is valuable, but not at any price. Sometimes just by waiting a few minutes, you could keep hundreds or even thousands of dollars in your account by the end of the year. Item 7. Oversized phone and internet plans. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you checked your actual data usage? A lot of people buy the most expensive plan, not because they need it, but because they're afraid of running out of data one day. As a result, they pay every month for something they never actually use. Interestingly, telecom companies know this behavior perfectly. They know most people pay for the feeling of security, not their actual consumption. If you aren't even using 20 or 30% of your plan every month, it might be time to downgrade. The difference might seem small, but that savings compounds over years. And now we come to the trick retailers have been using for decades, making you feel like you're saving money when you might actually be spending more than ever. Item 8. Buying things just because they're on sale. Almost all of us have said this before. I couldn't pass it up, it was 50% off. But the real question is, if there was no discount at all, would you still buy it? If the answer is no, then even at 50% off, you lost money. Because you bought something you didn't even need in the first place. Stores know this better than anyone. That's why you see tags everywhere like, today only, last chance, buy 2, get 1 free, or special offer. The goal of these discounts isn't just to sell more. The goal is to make you decide faster and think less. Sometimes the best deal is not buying anything at all. If you look closely at all of these items, they have one thing in common. None of them are inherently bad. The problem starts when they mindlessly turn into habits. Most people think getting rich means finding a way to make more money. But in reality, a huge part of wealth is built on the daily decisions you make. Decisions that might only be worth a few dollars, but add up to thousands over the course of a year. Your money is finite. Every dollar you spend today doesn't just lower your balance, it shrinks your opportunity to invest, grow, and build future financial freedom. So next time you're about to buy something, just ask yourself one question. Am I paying for real value or just for a temporary feeling? A lot of times the answer to that single question can completely change your financial future. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos.